Alright, welcome back everyone. We're doing a base capture mission against Clan Wolf today, and we're dropping in our full complement of 8, so basically 2 regular lances dropping in. We have the Hero Mech, the Red Reaper, BLXKNT, piloted by Bomb Squad. Announcer still in his Atlas Bronzite is over in a relatively new mech, the DeathStrike, which is a Hero Mech version of the Mk II. Picked this up previously in a, Game World Duel number 6 for the Assault Mech category. Pretty cool there. Slapdash is in her newer ride, the Gunslinger, so a bit heavier than the Axeman that we had been piloting with Slapdash, but I think the improved armor is doing pretty well. It is up-armored and up-engined, so very fast, but sacrificing a little bit in terms of damage output. Barn Owl is still sitting in that Timberwolf that she's had for most of our entire campaign after that, well, after we picked it up on a clan mission. Skyros is in his Jaeger Mech II, still doing wonderful things, double rotary autocannon 5s. We have Mongrel in the Super Griffin, which I hope to be showing off a little bit today, and McWraith in the Ebon Jaguar. Quite a fun mech, that one. Basically like the baby brother of Barn Owl's Timberwolf. Probably less effective than the Timberwolf, but, well, has its own benefits. So, the OP4 that we can see appears to be 3 Clan Wolf mechs. There's probably 6, if it's a, 5 or 6, well no, should be 5. If it's a full clan star, it should be 5 mechs of opposition. We just can't see them all quite yet. And for some reason we do have the avoid collateral damage, destroy fewer than 3 buildings to avoid penalties, even though we're not in a city, so it's a little bit odd. But let's see what we can do. So we're reserving down just because the first turn, again, everyone gets that nice set of 8 evasion pips until they move. So the Gargoyle has moved, we could start shooting in now, we probably will. What I'm thinking is we'll lead off with a nice shot from the Jaeger Mech, and we do have strong winds going on at present, so this will apparently mess with things like artillery and, it said, our own mechs, maybe even. I'm not sure if that means just jumping or whatnot, but it shouldn't affect our autocannons. We are hoping to land the C3 Master as well. Let's go ahead and open up. Not bad, not bad. Structure exposed on the Gargoyle. Decent armor damage as well, so that left arm is opened up, and that's nice. It has an LRM-10, SRM-4, neither of which I really want to hit us, but it's not as good as opening up the other side with that Clan Gauss rifle, so we'll have to be a little bit careful there. Let's see if we can follow it up with the DeathStrike. It's been modified a little bit, of course, because I compulsively do that. So instead of quad medium pulse, we have double ER large, and I think this is showing off its usefulness right now because the medium pulses would not be able to be brought to bear at the moment. Not spectacular accuracy with those Ultra AC 10s, but we did manage to land a good couple shots and take that Gargoyle's arm off. This is an unknown 70-tonner, no, 50-tonner that just became a little bit closer inside of our sensor range. And let's see, where can we actually go to get through this water? Will this do it? I think that will. So let's go ahead and move down this way. This gives us a shot, but not spectacular. Let's just go ahead and focus on getting Slapdash even closer. If we can bring that Ultra AC-20 to bear. We could shoot in 3.6 chance. No, that's okay. That's fine. Technically, you know, every shot you don't take is a miss, but with a 3.6% chance of hitting, it doesn't really seem like it's that much worth our time here at the moment. And unfortunately, we have lost visual on that damaged Gargoyle. Not quite sure how that happened. I guess it was Slapdash who was providing sight? Huh. It's a little odd considering we shot at him with the other mechs, but we could have improved optics on one but not the other, I suppose. And you only need one mech to spot, so that could explain it. Let's come down here with the Timberwolf. Now that the Warhammer 2C of theirs has moved, and I would like to pick up that mech if we can. We did take this for 315 salvage. We can take a shot in at him without terrible accuracy. Landing a good number of those ATMs on standard. Not bad. And we can come in with the Super Griffin. Super Griffin is made to jump, by the way. Can actually jump farther than you can sprint because of improved jump jets. And let's go ahead and start moving toward. We actually land 2 of those medium lasers, better than I expected. We had a 1 in 3 chance, and we fired 4, so I guess 2 is not too crazy. Let's come up here, take a shot in, 40% chance on everything we've got. Of course, the Red Reaper does carry ECM, so our entire lance just got buffed by that. And that's more what I'm used to. We took 7 shots at roughly 43% chance, and of these almost coin flips, we landed exactly 0 of them. So, yeah, doing these sort of things with accuracy that we're more used to with this lance. I think this Bomb Squad himself is just kind of cursed when it comes to landing those sorts of shots. We're going to open fire with the AoEs at first just to sort of scatter damage all around that mech. Didn't actually mean to shoot the heavy Gauss rifle there, but we landed it somehow, which is good for us. And wow, that Warhammer 2 has a lot of armor. It does look like we landed the Gauss rifle to the CT though, so I'm hoping we can capitalize on that pretty well. Let's open up with the Jaeger mech, and no precision shot yet, so we want to avoid jamming, we want to avoid building too much heat, so I'm going to fire in with 4. Decent risk of jamming with 4, but we should be hopefully alright, more often than not. And we do some pretty good damage, taking off the left torso of that mech. Let's jump down here with the Super Griffin. See if we can open up, land a couple of those streaks. 1 of them fires, 2 of them fire, maybe even all 3, and that first mech of theirs is down. Very nice. Only 1 salvageable part, a little bit unfortunate. Probably should have thought about that before I cored that mech out, but we're still early on in the mission and they might drop reinforcements, so it's a better thing in my opinion just to try to make sure we can stay alive the whole time without too much trouble. We'll worry about salvage when there's only a couple mechs left. Speaking of, pop Battlelord, and what's our accuracy with the HEs? Yep, decent enough. Hopefully we can kill the gargoyle right here. Yep, that mech is down as well, starting off pretty well. We have the high ground, of course, that is helping our accuracy. And let's see, there's a Stormcrow, which would be nice to pick up. I don't love that configuration. The SRM2s, I don't think SRM2s are really worth very much. That's just me, though. Let's see. Okay, let's just get the Red Reaper down in front so we can use that nice sword of his, hopefully. If I could, I would put jump jets on him, but I don't want to sacrifice any armor on that mech because, well, it could potentially work out very poorly for us if he gets into some, knockdown, drag-out melee fight. And the Ebon Jaguar has actually lost its LRMs and replaced those with more SRM6s. This guy is truly a shotgun mech at the moment, but unfortunately that means he's less useful at long ranges. So we have a Sun Spider, we have a Nova, and a Stormcrow moving against us. We already have our own Nova, so I'm not concerned at all with salvage from that mech, which I think means we'll go ahead and start shooting in at him. Unless our accuracy, well, our accuracy is pretty bad. You know what? Let's turn off the Ultra AC-10, save the recoil on those, fire in the ER larges. We do land 1. Better than nothing, I suppose. And now we can get moving with Slapdash. Almost in range of bringing the active probe ping online, which will strip a lot of their evasion. But for now we're just going to pop defensive formation and fire in with the ER mediums at our best available target, which is the Sun Spider. Not exactly focusing damage on anything, but it's better to shoot with some degree of accuracy than with basically no chance of accuracy at the coordination target. Better to do some damage than nothing. So we'll fire in with the AoEs again at the Stormcrow. Most of these will miss, but that's alright. That's why we have the AoE ammunition. So we'll still land some decent damage, as you guys can see, from the basically small HE explosions going off all around that mech as those missiles land. So the Jaeger mech now does have a precision strike available to him, but not phenomenal accuracy. I think we're going to wait. Hopefully they'll move forward or move stupidly and lose some evasion, and if not, we can always move slapdash forward in the gunslinger. Hopefully be able to get that active probe ping online before we fire in with our precision guns. And the Nova hasn't moved, but that is an ace pilot, so going from 3 evasion to 2 at the top of that hill. Not the worst decision, getting a little bit more distance from us than he had before. And I do want them to move, but they're reserving down as well. So let's move with something unimportant. Well, not unimportant, but less important. Evan Jaguar, we're going to be showing off those SRM-6s. Oh, Star League Area Manufacturing Facility. Okay, careful of reinforcements. Yes, I know. Oh, I'm sorry we weren't able to destroy them that quickly, Darius, but we'll do what we can. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SRM-6s, total of 36 missiles going in, plus the light tag. 2 of those, of course, are streaks, but 4 of them are not. And, yeah, I mean, this mech is meant to shoot in from someone's rear arc and just take out their rear armor in one go, not really meant to strip frontal armor from someone, because it'll scatter across too many locations, which is probably what we just saw there. Of course, the Sun Spider returning that favor with a bunch of LRM racks, but our volley proved far more effective than theirs. And if we take a look, yeah, so we've done about half armor damage to the CT, to the left torso, the left arm, and to the left leg. 4 different locations on that Nova, all worn down, which will make it a lot easier for us to follow that up with some other damage sources. So let's move the Red Reaper. Again, just moving our unimportant guns so that hopefully we can land a pretty good sensor lock on those guys and follow up with the, well, more important guns after that. We missed the light tag, it looks like, on the Nova, but the Red Reaper is able to use a medium laser to expose something on the Nova. Not quite sure what location, but we'll see. Stormcrow does move close enough for that sensor ping to be effective. Evan Jaguar taking some damage. We're going to have to be a little bit careful with that because the armor on that guy is not the thickest. It's as much as we could give him, of course, but sometimes it is just limited by the mech body. So active probe ping hits all 3 of our remaining opponents, and now if we go back to Skyros in the Jaeger Mk II, we should be able to easily see the difference in accuracy that will give us. So our base accuracy is about what we were getting with the precision strike previously. Let's see, what do we want to shoot at? The Stormcrow? Yeah, let's shoot at the Stormcrow. Let's take a bit of a vanity shot, see if we can hit this guy in the dome piece. Nope, we do take out his left torso and left arm completely. And yeah, that mech is not happy about that. We're getting rid of some of our good salvage, less than ideal, but go ahead and jump the Super Griffin, and hopefully this will finish off the Stormcrow here pretty well. Precision strike just so we can land all of those streak SRM-6s. And yeah, I can't imagine he'll survive that. It doesn't, Stormcrow is down. And now there's 8 of us versus 2 of them, and I know which side I would rather be on. So let's take an Announcer down here. We do have a Precision Strike now available to us with that improved Heavy Gauss. So where can we land that? Better odds against the Sun Spider. Sun Spider is less damage, but I think that's even more reason to shoot that improved Heavy Gauss in there. And lands right to the CT, it looks like. Pretty good. Let's see, who's next? So let's move the DeathStrike. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're not actually going to move because those 4 positions lose our vantage point on the Sun Spider. Let's go ahead and open up Double Ultra AC-10. Running into some pretty heavy damage resistance there. If not for that, we probably would have taken out that mech quite a bit sooner. But sometimes you just have to deal with what you have to deal with. And we'll move the Timberwolf down, take another Precision Strike in on the Sun Spider, opening up with the ATM-12s. 1 at standard, 1 at HE, and going right for that center torso. We do land a laser on it as well. Kind of surprised that Sun Spider's still alive. Knockdown. We'll see if he punches out. He might. Very panicked. And no, injury resisted, and he does not actually fall. Interesting. Oh, I only shot with 4 each, the rotary. Yeah, I can have it. We meant to go up to 6. Well, that's okay. We'll go down to 3 each here and try to finish off this mech. So here's the question. Okay. 14 left in the Sunspider CT, but we have all of his guns still online, so if we shoot for that CT, we might be able to save all of the salvage other than the actual direct mech part salvage from that guy, because we haven't destroyed his arms, we haven't destroyed his torsos, none of those locations are gone, therefore the guns in those locations haven't been destroyed and should be able to be taken away in the salvage phase from this mission, which is good for us. Having backups for clan weaponry is always a good thing, considering, you know, I really don't particularly enjoy coming up to clan space. It's really far away, you have to hop between planets for basically every mission selection, because, you know, we've allied with different factions, so we can't get lots of them to offer us good contracts on the same planet. That is a valid strategy, though. If you do head up into clan space early on, just build reputation with pretty much every faction while simultaneously bullying clans. Definitely solid options. The Ebon Jaguar, we're going to Vigilance on him. There's no enemies left right now, but we were building enough stability damage, and I want him sprinting, that it was, well, it was becoming a little bit of a knockdown hazard if we did get ambushed, and I still needed him on the run. After this, we should fall out of combat, so we'll be able to move up regularly instead of doing the initiative by initiative, which should help us get to that base just a little bit faster. It does look like our Atlas and our Jaeger mech might be a little bit out of position here. They are by far our slowest moving mechs these days. The DeathStrike is not super quick, but it is still pretty fast, and everything else has sort of been geared to run as fast as it can. So we'll bring the Atlas up as far as we possibly can. We'll bring the other mechs up as well. Skyros, kind of like him having that elevated firing position for the rotary AC-5s, but he's a little too far away for my liking. We'll have to go all the way around here with the Ebon Jaguar, or, yeah, so we don't have the knower, so our main, oof. Wow, they dropped right on top of us. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're right in with the Red Reaper, which, I mean, hey, that works for me. 2 of them moving at 7, oof. Looks like an AC-10 shell to the back of our Red Reaper. Yeah, wow. Landed right in the left torso, followed up by a medium laser shot. Only 22 left. Taking a PBC shot as well, and I'm very glad that we have the shield on that mech. It does increase our armor by a factor of 1.4, which is basically the only reason that we still have armor left in that left torso. Maybe we'd have a little bit, not a lot. I'm a little bit concerned. Oop. Let's see. Let's get some revenge here. Hello, Precision Strike, back to that Clint 2. One that opened up with the LBX AC-10. We're going to shoot in right with the CT and go with 5 shots on each. Yeah, that's a mech down. Unfortunately, we had to fire at somebody that had already moved instead of one of the others, or we wouldn't have had good accuracy. Not having good accuracy at that, well, relative stance would have risked really injuring our Black Knight. Sunspider does take a kick in at us, but it's a clan mech, so horrible accuracy. Made himself unsteady, and missing, thankfully, with most, if not all, of his guns. Good for us. Shadowhawk moving in, shooting at the Super Griffin. Luckily, it's a side arc shot, not a rear arc shot, so we're okay there. And I think this will actually get tidied up pretty quickly, because now it's our turn to, well, return the favor. And what's my chance? Okay, so my chance here to land that melee strike is 69%. We're going to go ahead and pop Phantom, which will give us additional evasion pips for moving not very far for a couple turns. See if we can land this hit. We do. Good. And we land the second one. Very nice. So we've now gotten damage into the back of that summoner, and because we made him unsteady, he's lost his evasion pips that he had for not moving yet. So if we can pound a bit more damage into his rear arc, we might be able to take him down before he even has a chance to do anything at all. Unfortunately, okay, so we have the Super Griffin, we have the Timberwolf, and what else is moving on 4? That would be, nope, that's the Timberwolf. That would be, the Ebon Jaguar, who's way out of position. So we'll have to try and do this with the Super Griffin. We can get a rear angle shot just like this. Let's take it. Precise strike. And this should be more than enough to take down that summoner. It is, good. So that's 2 mechs of theirs down from the reinforcing star of 5 mechs. They've shot everything that they can. So let's reserve down and get the Atlas in play. No rear angle shots here, so actually let's wait a little bit. Let's get the DeathStrike moving up. No rear angle shots there either. So I think what we'll do, take the Ebon Jaguar. Oof, I don't want to land. So where it says dangerous, it's because they might drop in a leopard there and it will just destroy you if you're standing in that position. So we'll open up some farther than we'd like to with the SRM-6s, but it's still enough to take out that Shadowhawk. So that's 3 down. And we might be able to get the rest of this done with the Gunslinger and the Timberwolf. I don't think either one will be able to get a rear angle shot. Ooh. I stand corrected. We have one very tenuous rear angle shot on that Stun Spider. Let's go ahead and take it. We'll pop the HE ATM-12 for that little bit of extra damage. And can we do it? Yep. Okay, that's 4 down, 1 left. We'll have to land the Ultra Autocannon 20 to get this done, because otherwise that Gunslinger doesn't offer the best damage output. So we'll turn that gun back on. 99.1% chance to hit. We do land both, but it looks like one of those might have been on the leg, and that Lancelot is still up. Yeah, so we did actually hit the leg. But that's okay. We're going to move down with the Atlas 7, and this should be enough to get a knock. Precision strike. Yeah, let's open up with that. That looks good. Another hit location. We do destroy the left leg. Engine crit. There we go. We need to. Okay, so yeah. So if we had stood, underneath that leopard, our mech would have just died, which is not exactly what we would have wanted. All we have to do is occupy the facility, and we should be ready to lift off, I guess. We destroyed all of them before we even completed our main objective here. Which I kind of blame them for that. They didn't exactly wait for us to get there. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're supposed to have waited for us to get there or not. Let's move the Ebon Jaguar around. The Super Griffin might get there first because he can jump. It's a little hard to say. We have exited combat now, so things are moving in deployment order instead of initiative order. Where's the Super Griffin? Oh, come on. Jaeger Mech II can just sit there, I don't care. There's the Super Griffin, so he'll be able to get there next turn for sure. Looks like both of our mechs will. And I am moving everything just in case there are more unexpected reinforcements. I don't think it should be able to happen, but well, actually, you know what? The leopards already dropped in, means that there shouldn't be any more enemies, or it wouldn't have dropped in to begin with. Super Griffin is in the capture zone, so is the Ebon Jaguar, and that's the mission. Thank you guys for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon.